Hello, my name's Toby, and this is a different video than I usually do. This is a speed paint of the... This is my first time ever trying gouache, actually, and because I'm used to acrylics, or just regular old pencil, and I knew that gouache was just kind of thicker watercolor, but also just still kind of paint. But it's just like a thicker acrylic, actually. It's much harder to work with in my mind. Like, you have to use a lot more of it than you would, paint. Especially for a smaller drawing than I usually do. Or I guess painting. Or gouache painting? I don't know what you'd call it. But it's much more different than I'd usually do. But I thought it'd be fun to record it and get content out that includes my art, because that does well, and I will do anything for attention, really. I would have maybe just put music over it, but I actually wanted to talk because there's been updates. A lot of them, actually. Thank you for 100 and something subscribers. I did not know my art would actually get me that much more. Just like 3 days ago, I had like 62. And the video before this, I was thanking you guys for like 75, so that's weird to think about. But thank you a lot, genuinely. It's weird. What is this? Oh yeah, in a few like seconds or something, my phone was struggling so much recording this. Genuinely, I had to, when putting this video up, or like getting it into iMovie, which is what I edit my videos with, by the way, if you couldn't tell, it was struggling so much. I had to delete so many things because my phone storage was being taken up by all of this, and it was struggling so hard. Ivy's sitting on my lap right now. He's not liking it too much. You can go. Okay, apparently he's not. But yeah, just cut there because I looked over at my phone. I just looked up at it. And apparently it was... Okay, thanks. But I looked at my phone, I was like, your phone cannot hold any more storage. You need to delete some things. So I had to do that, and then I had to delete more things just to get it in an iMovie and get it imported onto iCloud and everything. And it was so much work. You know how many Unis Honest videos that I screen recorded I had to delete with that? For this? A lot. Yeah, a lot of my precious time in 2020 was spent recording Unis Honest videos, but we don't talk about that. But yeah, this video, like, destroyed my phone, and after this, I'm gonna have to, like, delete this footage from my phone. It's gonna have to live on in this video. Sped up 8 times, by the way. If I were to slow it down, it would be like 40 minutes worth of it. And that's so much. I also did this procrastinating, so I should have not been doing art, but I don't care. But yeah, almost killed my phone. I was 90% sure this was all a waste. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, mixing paint. I'm notorious at not being good at mixing paint. Whenever I do paintings, I have to get, like, something done, like a whole portion of it done. I cannot leave it there, because if I don't finish it, I'm not going to be able to mix that color up again. It will be always slightly off, and I will always be able to tell. Anyway, it's like, other people won't be able to tell. It's just you. Artists are their harshest critics. Yeah, and I'm gonna listen to my harshest critic. I'm gonna get things done in 4 hours, and then that painting's gonna stay unfinished for months on end until I decide I want to paint over it. So, but this... Sorry, to get this voiceover done, I have voice memos up while I'm speaking, and then also the video up, so I know where I am and how long I have to record for. But this... what am I doing? Oh yeah, I had to bite the bullet and just paint over everything. And thankfully my not my color pencils, my pencil still showed underneath it, so I knew what I was doing. And it's gonna skip. I'm mixing a paint here. I know I am. There we go. It's gonna skip until I paint all of it. And just so you know, just so you don't question this contour method, I don't put on like foundation. The most concealer, I literally just do concealer. That's all I do for my makeup, really. Besides, I just don't like it. It feels weird and I don't like it. So that's why I'm kind of bad at lighting faces or contouring or drawing stuff like that, because I don't know how to do it myself. I have the strongest jawbone known to man. I have the squarest face of all. So I don't know how to do this. Blush, that was fine. I actually liked how this turned out. The most time I've ever actually contoured something like this was in this painting, actually. Because if I do this kind of stuff, it's digitally, and even then I don't like how it turns out. So I'm very proud. This is like the first painting in a while where I'll re-look at it and be like, yeah, it's still good. And I don't look back at it and I'm like, I could have changed this 5 million things. I'm gonna hate it for the rest of my life. I'm actually happy that I put this in my sketchbook and not like somewhere else where I would have forgotten about it. Those lips are lopsided. Fix it. I know I fixed it. Yeah. Oh, I love this is I wonder if this is just nonsense. I'm not editing this. I'm not. You're gonna have to stick through this whole thing. Unless you want to mute me. I hope you don't do that. But what am I doing now? More blush. More blush. No, it's not blush. It's contour. This, I think the only place I didn't like how the contour turned out was on the neck area, because it just turned out kind of weird. But I'm still very proud of it. I'm still very, very proud of it. I like the texture. I'm probably going to do more paintings with gouache. If you want me to record more of these, please tell me. I love doing it, besides my phone was crying for help the whole time. But I really like doing it. And it was just fun. I'll probably take out this whole sketching process because I added like 10 minutes, so it was kind of unnecessary. But I really like doing this. Despite how I kind of forgot that gouache can be re-water activated, so I just kept like putting more. Because I'm very used to, if you add water, it makes it more opaque or translucent and stuff. So I didn't want that to happen. Which I'm sure is very true. I'm sure I'm getting this completely right. But it still bothered me a lot. I think the one place where I'd have to say I didn't like it too much is how harsh the kind of eyeshadow contour thing is. That's kind of the one thing that I nitpick about this. And actually, what I was gonna do, and I probably should be telling this afterwards, but I don't care. Usually if I'm not proud with a painting, I will go back over it in like 50 other mediums to try and fix it. So like colored pencil, pen, to like do the details and stuff. And I did not do that on this painting. Here's the moment where I skip completely because I didn't want to add 50 more hours onto this screen recording. Not screen recording, my recording though. Come on. I'm still mixing up red. And skip. Yeah. There we go. I did, and then putting on beauty marks. I think one of my signatures in my art is beauty marks, because I draw on my own site. Like, I have 2 regular beauty marks, one right above, like freckles is not beauty marks, but a freckle like on my cheek and on right above my lip, and I like emphasizing those and then adding more. It's my makeshift way of piercings, because I've always wanted to get a septum, but I've never gone through with it. So kind of freckles are my way of a facial thing. And I've actually gotten like comments from like my mom, like you should get like a stud. Like someone said you should get like a stud piercing, because I put a freckle on the side of my nose that kind of acts like a fake one. But yeah, but I actually did all of the small details, like me outlining the nose here, in gouache. I really love how it turned out. I did cheat a little bit with like, no, I didn't cheat actually. The eyelashes. Whenever I get to the eyelashes here, I cheated it with that. I definitely cheated with that because I was not about to mess it up. And I just like, pen is so much easier to control here. And then where am I? Oh, this was moments before disaster. Somewhere, it might be a few seconds later. It's somewhere, but there is a moment before disaster. And if you've noticed, this isn't mirrored at all. This is how my camera. I'm left-handed. I'm completely left-handed. I'm not ambidextrous. Yeah, I'm completely left-handed, and that causes a lot of issues. If you can imagine that if we smear our pencil, we smear everything else in our path. So I had to be very careful with painting this and all the small details, because one wrong. I've had these moments of setting my hand down when I'm painting, and it's like, that's wet paint. If I lift it up, it's gonna be ruined, and it has. Is this moments before? No. I'm actually very proud of this. I know the eye. I'm like choking on my own spit here. What am I doing? Oh, I know the eyes are a little bit uneven, but I cannot exactly control that. Eyes are uneven sometimes. Asymmetry is what makes things human, I think. And my art is definitely like that. Also, I know the pupils are off too, but I'm not changing that either. I think I do change that actually. But you know what I mean, right? But asymmetry makes things human. Asymmetry is what makes art art. If things are symmetrical, it's not human. Unless you have like a really symmetrical face, you're human, sure, but you get a little bit of artificialness in you. That's actually what aliens are. They're really symmetrical. I don't know what I'm going on about. As I've stated before, I don't script any of my videos. I scripted one video, and that didn't turn out well. So I've just stuck to not scripting anything and going along with the flow. Oh yeah, this was the moments. Yeah, okay, seconds before this, seconds before disaster, because I slapped my hand down, moved it, and it moved all of the green pupils. I also forgot to mention this. Oh, and that's the end of it. I have not been looking. I have 20 seconds left. Yeah, that's the end drawing. It looks great. I love it. That's my signature. I think it looks really good. I could have not done this. Anyways, thank you for watching. Subscribe. And if you are still watching, why?